Neil Moss, a bright and adventurous young man of 20, was captivated by the mysteries hidden beneath the Earth's surface. From a young age, Neil was always curious about the world around him, often spending hours reading about the natural wonders of our planet. His fascination with caves began when he stumbled upon a book about spelunking in his school library. The idea of exploring uncharted territories beneath the ground ignited a spark in him that would only grow stronger with time. A student at Oxford University, Neil's thirst for knowledge extended beyond the confines of lecture halls and libraries. He was known among his peers for his insatiable curiosity and his ability to connect seemingly unrelated subjects. Neil often spent his evenings in the library, poring over books on geology, history, and adventure. His academic pursuits were not just about earning a degree, they were about understanding the world in a deeper, more meaningful way. He found solace and exhilaration in the depths of the earth, drawn to the challenges and wonders of cave exploration. The underground world offered him a sense of peace and excitement that he couldn't find anywhere else. Each cave he explored was a new adventure, a new puzzle to solve. The thrill of discovering hidden chambers and ancient formations was a feeling he cherished deeply. Neil was an active member of the British Caving Club, his youthful energy and enthusiasm quickly marking him as a promising explorer among his peers. He participated in numerous expeditions, always eager to learn from more experienced cavers. His dedication and passion were evident to everyone who met him. Neil's ability to remain calm under pressure and his keen problem-solving skills made him a valuable member of any caving team. Neil's passion for caving was not merely a hobby. It was an integral part of who he was. It defined him, shaped his identity, and influenced his life choices. He often spoke about the sense of freedom he felt while exploring caves, a freedom that came from pushing his limits and discovering new frontiers. For Neil, caving was more than just an activity. It was a way of life. He devoured books and maps, meticulously studying cave formations and geological surveys. Neil believed that thorough preparation was key to successful exploration. He spent countless hours analyzing maps and planning routes, always striving to be as prepared as possible for his next adventure. His attention to detail and his commitment to safety were qualities that set him apart from other young explorers. He yearned to be part of expeditions that unearthed hidden passages and expanded our understanding of the subterranean world. Neil's dream was to contribute to the field of speleology, to make discoveries that would benefit future generations of cavers. He envisioned himself mapping out new cave systems, uncovering secrets that had been hidden for millennia. His ambition was not driven by fame or recognition, but by a genuine love for exploration and discovery. Little did he know that his pursuit of this passion would lead him to a tragic fate in the depths of a Derbyshire cave. Despite his meticulous planning and careful preparation, the unpredictable nature of caving would ultimately claim his life. Neil's story serves as a poignant reminder of the risks and rewards of exploration and the fine line between adventure and danger. In the heart of England's Peak District National Park lies Peak Cavern, a labyrinth of underground chambers and passages carved over millennia by the relentless flow of water. Known locally as the Devil's Arse, Peak Cavern has captivated the imaginations of adventurers and tourists for centuries, its gaping maw a portal to a world shrouded in darkness and mystery. The cave system, a complex network of tunnels and chambers, stretches for miles beneath the rugged landscape. For centuries, explorers and adventurers have been drawn to its depths, eager to uncover its secrets and test their limits. For Neil Moss, Peak Cavern held a particular allure. It was a labyrinth yet to be fully mapped, a realm teeming with the unknown. In the early months of 1959, Neil Moss and his fellow cavers made a thrilling discovery in Peak Cavern. This was a time when caving was still a relatively new and daring pursuit, with explorers pushing the boundaries of what was known and what was possible. A narrow, unexplored passage, barely wide enough to squeeze through, hinted at a new section of the cave system. The passage was so tight that it seemed almost impossible for anyone to navigate through it. Yet, it beckoned with the promise of hidden wonders. This uncharted territory, a siren call to the adventurous spirit, sparked Neil's adventurous spirit. The allure of the unknown, the thrill of discovery, and the chance to chart new paths were irresistible to him and his team. The passage, a mere sliver in the cave wall, was a test for even the most experienced caver. It required not just physical agility, but also mental fortitude to venture into such a confined space where every movement had to be calculated and precise. Despite the inherent risks, Neil felt an irresistible urge to explore this virgin territory. The thought of being the first to set foot in a place where no human had ever been before was a powerful motivator. His slight build, while an advantage in tight spaces, was a stark contrast to his towering height of over 6 feet. This unique combination made him both an ideal candidate for the exploration and a figure of curiosity among his peers. Undeterred, Neil volunteered to lead the exploration, his heart pounding with a mix of trepidation and excitement. The anticipation of what lay beyond the narrow gateway was almost palpable, filling him with a sense of purpose and determination. He believed this passage held the key to unlocking new secrets of Peak Cavern, and he was determined to be the one to reveal them. The journey ahead was fraught with uncertainty, but for Neil, the potential rewards far outweighed the risks. With every step, he moved closer to the unknown, driven by a relentless curiosity and an unyielding spirit. Armed with a headlamp, a 75-foot wire ladder, and the hopes of discovery, Neil began his descent into the narrow passage. The tight confines of the passage pressed against him, the cold, damp air heavy in his lungs. He descended slowly, his every movement a careful negotiation with the unyielding rock. As Neil ventured deeper, the passage narrowed, constricting his movements and testing his resolve. He encountered a series of drops and tight squeezes, his heart pounding in his ears. With each obstacle overcome, the thought of turning back crossed his mind, but the allure of the unknown spurred him onward. He was determined to push his limits, to see what lay beyond the next bend, the next drop. Section 5. Trapped. After what felt like an eternity, Neil reached a depth of about 70 feet. The passage, however, came to an abrupt end. Disappointed but undeterred, he decided to turn back. It was during his ascent that disaster struck. In a heart-stopping moment, Neil realized he was irretrievably stuck. His body, wedged tightly in the narrow passage, refused to budge. His arms, pinned to his chest, made it impossible to maneuver. Fear, cold and sharp, gripped him as he realized the gravity of his situation. He was trapped alone in the cold, unforgiving embrace of the earth. Section 6. A race against time. News of Neil's predicament spread like wildfire, transforming the tranquil landscape above into a scene of frantic activity. A rescue team comprised of experienced cavers, mine rescue experts, and volunteers assembled at the mouth of the cave. Time was of the essence, and the rescuers knew that every passing minute decreased Neil's chances of survival. Using ropes and winches, the rescuers worked tirelessly to try and free Neil from his rocky prison. They lowered food, water, and communication lines, their voices a chorus of hope and encouragement echoing through the caverns. But the narrow passage, which had so eagerly beckoned Neil into the earth's embrace, now stubbornly refused to release him. Section 7. Hope fades, despair deepens, days turned into a grueling test of endurance and resolve. Despite their valiant efforts, the rescuers struggled to free Neil from his subterranean prison. The narrow passage, unforgiving and unyielding, seemed to mock their every attempt. To make matters worse, heavy rains lashed the surface, sending torrents of water into the cave system. The rising water levels threatened to engulf the trapped caver, adding a terrifying urgency to the rescue efforts. As hours turned into days, Neil's condition deteriorated, his voice, once strong and hopeful, fading to a desperate whisper. The once optimistic mood among the rescuers began to wane, replaced by a grim acceptance of the situation. Section 8. A difficult decision. Despite their tireless efforts and unwavering commitment, the rescuers were unable to free Neil from the cave's deadly embrace. After 5 agonizing days, the young caver breathed his last, his body still trapped in the narrow passage that had claimed his life. The news of Neil's death cast a pall over the rescue operation. The decision was made to leave his body entombed within the cave. The treacherous conditions, combined with the narrow passage, made retrieval impossible without risking further loss of life. It was a heartbreaking decision, a somber acknowledgement of the unforgiving power of nature. Section 9. Legacy in Stone. In the annals of caving history, Neil Moss's name is etched as a stark reminder of the risks associated with exploring the subterranean world. Born in 1938, Neil Moss was a passionate young caver who sought to uncover the mysteries hidden beneath the Earth's surface. His enthusiasm and dedication to caving were well known among his peers, and he often led expeditions into uncharted territories. The narrow passage, now forever linked to his tragic fate, serves as a solemn monument to his memory. On March 22, 1959, during an expedition in Peak Cavern, Neil Moss became trapped in a narrow vertical shaft. Despite the valiant efforts of his fellow cavers and rescue teams, they were unable to free him. The passage, now known as Moss Chamber, stands as a poignant reminder of the dangers that lie beneath the surface. The chamber where he took his last breath was later named Moss Chamber in his honor. This tragic event not only marked a significant moment in caving history, but also led to increased awareness and advancements in caving safety protocols. Today, cavers pay their respects as they pass by the entrance to Moss Chamber, their headlamps casting long shadows on the walls that witnessed his final moments. Neil Moss's tragic tale continues to serve as a cautionary reminder to cavers around the world, emphasizing the importance of careful planning, respect for the environment, and the unpredictable nature of the underground realm. Modern cavers, equipped with advanced safety gear and technology, still heed the lessons learned from Moss's unfortunate demise. They meticulously plan their routes, ensuring that every precaution is taken to avoid similar tragedies. His story is a testament to the allure of the unknown and the fragility of human life, forever echoing through the caverns of Peak Cavern. The legacy of Neil Moss lives on, inspiring both seasoned cavers and newcomers to approach the subterranean world with a blend of curiosity and caution, always remembering the sacrifices made by those who came before them.